Airline drink system. I know holidays are here.
Wow, sorry for the dog. That's what you see.
But right now, they're going to install both systems with no money down and no payments for 3 months. Plus, lifetime service at no charge. Don't wait unless you're trying to get rid of your in-laws. Otherwise, call Pure again, 844-80-WATER, 844-80-WATER, or PUR, again, water.com. That's pureagainwater.com.
So that weather from KFI, we've got a showery start to the day and then cloudy this afternoon. But the showers today will most likely just last this morning, but still cool out there. Still has a range from the upper 50s to low 60s at the beaches. We'll be in the upper 60s for Metro LA and OC, and right in the mid-70s for the valleys and the IE. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
The Magic of Christmas, starring the Young Americans, is back. Show dates are December 10th through the 19th at the La Mirada Theater. This new show has a cast of 75 talented, energetic young performers, holiday music, spanning all genres, beautiful costumes, and incredible light balls that create unbelievable energy. The entire family will enjoy favorite moments from Christmas shows past, new musical numbers from holidays present, and a special peek at the future Christmas show. It's something magical for everyone. For tickets, go to youngamericans.org.
As parents, we've done everything we can to keep our kids safe, happy, and healthy during this pandemic. From finding the best face masks to making sure their hands are clean. And now we have the best tool to help keep them even safer. The most important thing we can do is vaccinate our kids to protect them against COVID-19. Vaccines have been proven safe and effective for children 5 and up. Talk to your child's doctor or visit myturn.ca.gov to find a vaccine near you. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
Anthem Blue Cross and Heart of America are helping schools across the country increase their access to healthy food. Learn more at anthem.com/PA/SPARK. Anthem Blue Cross is the trade name of Blue Cross of California. Well, Mom, I'm lying under the tree to remind you that I'm the gift. And now, the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
On our anniversary, you can get gifts. Win a different gift each day when you earn 500 points on your reward card Monday through Friday.
Number 4.
New Year's Eve Hotel Special. Get a room and 2 tickets for our ballroom buffet for one low price. Call 888-MORONGO now.
3.
17th anniversary giveaway. You can win $1,700 cash from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. playing table games with your reward card December 10th.
And the number 2.
Good Block Live, December 18th. Get your tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
Anniversary dining deals. Tacos at Fiesta Tacos, coffee from Pink Coffee, or tots from Wahlburgers are only $1.70 each. December 10th.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Morongo. Good times.
Beautiful home landscapes and residential turf lawns. Go to toughturtleturf.com.
Hospitality 2021 is in the book.
Hi, Sam Bruno here. Thank you to everybody on Safe I want to say thank you to Barilla Pasta, Smart and Final, all the people that go online and donated to pastathon.com.
You brought in over 95,000 pounds of pasta and sauce and helped raise over $873,000.
Bottom line,
KFI, AM 640.
More stimulating talk.
Radio app. So much news in this morning's wake-up call. A 13-year-old boy has been killed and 2 other people shot in Wilmington. The boy and a woman were shot yesterday while sitting in a car. We've got more cases of the Omicron COVID-19 variant that have been reported in LA. The second one was a college student who recently had gone to the East Coast, and the third person had recently traveled to West Africa. Also taking a look, I've got, good news for your gas prices. The feds say gas prices are going down. The Department of Energy says the national average for a gallon of regular gas has dropped 4 cents over the past week to $3.34. The number is still up $1 from last week. AAA says concerns about the Omicron variant have also contributed to the slight drop in gas prices. News is brought to you by American Vision Windows. Coming up at 5:50, we'll talk with ABC's Aaron Kapersky. Man, I think Mayor Bill de Blasio in New York caught a lot of people off guard yesterday when it seemed like from out of the blue, he makes an announcement that everybody from the big banks to the little corner deli, all private employers in New York City will have to require their workers to get vaccinated against COVID-19. And I almost think it was such a bizarre statement where he goes, I don't think I'm going to have any legal action from this or much pushback from this, something like that. And I thought, you live under a rock? Of course you are. Anyway, we'll talk with Aaron about all of that in just a few minutes because I think already that he's facing some legal opposition to this. So that's coming up. Right now, let's get into your Biz Bites brought to you by SoCal Gas. For more information, visit SoCalGas.com/business rebate. And I have bad news for pepperoni lovers. Oh, I have bad news for ham lovers. Speaking of that, Handel's listening. Oh, I'm glad he's got his speaker turned down. Otherwise, he would pitch a fit, I think, on this one. More than 200,000 pounds of cooked ham and pepperoni products are being recalled. Did I get Handel in on this? Yeah, you're right. I said, here's how I talk to him. I push a button called an IFC, and it goes into a studio. Hey, Handel, I'm live on the air right now, but I have a story that you might freak out about. Do you mind popping your headphones on, please? Okay, you ready for this? Sure. More than 200,000 pounds of ham and pepperoni products are being recalled because they might be contaminated with a bacteria. Do you have ham this morning?
Oh, yeah. And I'll take the risk. I am not throwing away my ham.
There were 17 products affected by the recalls. And it's the Alexander and Hornon boneless ham, not boar's head. Is yours boar's head, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. They say that, I guess the food could have listeria in it. And they say that it would give you muscle ache, headache, stiff neck, confusion, loss of balance, and convulsions.
That's worth it.
You're still willing to take
Yeah,
it?
absolutely. Listeriosis is not that bad when you compare it to not having ham.
I feel you're in the minority.
Yeah, I might be, which just means more ham for me. Yeah.
Okay, well, I just
ham and
wanted...
cheese. I have a ham and cheese sandwich in my refrigerator right now.
Well, I was concerned that you were going to go get the ham and cheese sandwich, and I wouldn't have given you the warning, and I would feel bad if I looked in there and saw you eating it.
It doesn't matter. I would eat it anyway, but thank you.
You're welcome. All right, that's all. I just wanted to give you a heads up. Hey, Ford says it's going to delay its return to office for 30,000 employees. Of course, this is because of the Omicron variant. This week, DoorDash is going to offer 10 to 15-minute delivery in New York City from what it's calling Dash Mart. So this includes groceries, household goods, packaged restaurant products. Customers within the delivery zone of Dash Mart now will see a new option under the convenience tab in the app or on the DoorDash website. So with this launch, DoorDash is following a model that has been embraced by a number of startups like GoPuff. Have you noticed, by the way, have you been to Bevmo lately? Now it says Bevmo and GoPuff. Gorillas and Fridge No More all have been setting up and stocking warehouses in major cities around the world, all with the promise of super fast delivery. And let's go into what the most sinful cities in the U.S. are. We've got this report, and Wallet Hub looked at 182 cities, made up of the 150 most populated cities, and they measured everybody on things like anger and hatred, jealousy, excess, vices, greed, lust, vanity, and laziness. Okay, kind of sounds fun. And here is the list that they came up with. I know you're going to be shocked which city came in on top. Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Number 2 cracked me up. St. Louis. Followed by Houston. Los Angeles came in at number 4. Followed by Denver, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Miami, Chicago, and coming in at number 10, a place that no, really? Have you been there? Memphis, Tennessee. I haven't really thought of anywhere in Tennessee that's super greedy and lustful and whatever, but there you go. All right, now I want to highlight something that I think is super important, and though I know strides have been made in this area, still, when you've got members of the military transitioning into the civilian world, the hurdles are incredible. Just translating your resume can sometimes be difficult. And so that's why Recruit Military is holding a career fair today from 11 until 3. And I want to highlight this morning. So let's say hello now to Chris Newsom. And Chris, good morning. I think these are so important. I'm thrilled that you guys continue to do them.
Good morning, Jessica. Thanks so much. Yeah, we think it's an important step to helping these men and women as they go through this really pivotal part of their lives when they're going through their transition.
And what are some of the biggest things? I know that resume is always a big one because you can say, hey, I don't know, I had a fleet of Humvees over here, but when you try and transition that to Target and you're supposed to be in charge of shipping or something like that, sometimes it gets lost in translation, all of the responsibility that you had.
Yeah, it can. You know, there's not always a one-for-one translation from, a military occupational specialty, that job, that unique role that everybody has, to civilian terminology. So, we're here to help guide that end user, that job seeker, to make that translation. If they were in charge of that motor pool or those vehicles, they have logistics backgrounds, they have management experience, they might have project management, and there are ways to articulate that in a way that a civilian recruiter will understand that. And it can be as simple as just putting it together in a 30-second elevator pitch and helping with just some of those key words, those buzzwords that's going to really catch the eyes and ears of that recruiter to help, understand where the synergies lie.
What are some of the biggest strengths that somebody transitioning from the military to civilian life has? What is some of the biggest strengths, I guess, in the training that they receive as a member of the military that would make them a good candidate for the, private sector?
That's a great question. First and foremost, it's important to remember that the U.S. government is investing countless resources, training, money to making these individuals the absolute best within the capacity that they're serving within that job, that MLS. It's also important to understand that, at a very early age, most of these men and women are being put into leadership roles. As early as 2 years in, you could be 20 years old and you can be in charge of a team, a squad, something along those lines. So, to have a demographic that has all of that experience really consolidated into what can be a short period of time sometimes, you're getting a really great product on the back end as far as talent goes. A lot of the country doesn't understand that the vast majority of Americans don't even qualify for military service because of mental, cognitive, or physical deficits. So right out the gate, when you're looking at the military community, you're already getting a top tier.
I think one of the things, too, that is incredible about members of the military is how they sort of dip their lips when it comes to the political climate. Once they're transitioning from that military world into the civilian life, they've already known you just zip it when you're in the military. You do what you're told, and you're not supposed to really talk back and that kind of thing. And I think that would be incredible, especially in kind of with the temperature of the world that we're living in right now. You need somebody who is just mild-tempered.
Yeah, these are, they're silent professionals. I don't want to say that, they will zip it to the point where they don't have their own, thoughts or opinions on topics, but they're operating in an environment and in a capacity that's larger than themselves. They're very mission-oriented. So when it comes to finding that, that new career, that civilian, job that they're going to pivot to, they really want to get behind that mission. And when they're on the grind, when they're doing that work on a daily basis, they're really focused on the bigger picture as opposed to maybe what's happening right in front of their faces. So, they're just nose to the grindstone. They're a little bit easier to retain. They're just, again, a little bit more mature as far as talent demographics go.
And I love, too, that you focus on the military spouses in this, because for them, their resume might have a large gap in it if, say, their spouse was deployed for a while and they ended up having to stay home with their family, take care of their kids, that kind of thing. So it might be hard for them to explain on a resume what they were doing or whatever and why there's that gap. So this gives them the opportunity also to sort of tweak their resume to show to a potential employer, hey, I was working in just a different capacity.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a disparity when it comes to the unemployment rates with military spouses relative to their significant others, because like you said, when they're deployed, they have to move from base to base. There could be a new role on a spouse's resume every 2 years, depending on the frequency of new installations that they have to move to. So to the untrained eye, a recruiter may look at that and think that's a liability. This is an individual that bounces around a lot, when in reality it's not the case. They're incredibly talented. They want to stick with the role, but the role has to be able to move with them in many cases. So the climate right now, with so many roles being converted to remote because COVID has kind of forced the hands of employers to really audit, okay, where do I really need people to be on site, in the office, so to speak, and where can we get things done regardless of what their zip code is, so long as they have a laptop and a Wi-Fi signal. So, events like this really bring a lot of those opportunities to the forefront because we're working with these companies. We're helping them understand not just the dynamics of the military service member themselves, but also the spouse.
Okay.
They're part of this. They're part of the community. Yeah.
Oh, and where can people go today? So it's from 11 until 3, and I just think you guys are offering such a world of resources right now. I really hope people will take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, the best question of the day right there is where can everybody find it? If you go to recruitmilitary.com, that'll be the easiest place to start. It asks you, are you an employer? Are you a job seeker? When you identify as a job seeker, it'll kind of put you through that experience of the website, and it'll drop you right into the event itself. If you just go to Google and type in Recruit Military Army, it's going to bring up this event that's taking place today from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So recruitmilitary.com is the easiest place to find it.
All right. Thank you so much, Chris. Chris is Recruit Military Senior Vice President of Department of Defense Programs. And Chris, I also want to thank you for your service. I know that you are a U.S. Army veteran, and we are grateful for you.
It's an honor. Thank you so much, Jessica. I really appreciate what you guys do.
Thank you. See you later.
Okay.
Bye. Chris Mason. Good morning, Mr. Jessica. Oh my gosh, that always cracks me up. All right, when we come back, we'll talk with ABC's Aaron Kaspersky. From big Wall Street banks to the little corner deli, private employers in New York City will have to require their workers to get vaccinated against COVID-19. Oh, let the legal cases fly. Nick Pellegrini's up on the 405.
Oh, Jessica, I'm so glad that we got you this morning. Amazing. And why didn't you call it Jock?
You're
nice.
Yeah,
You're far too
I'm not,
kind.
Whatever. You can call me Sally for all I care.
No, we can't call you Sally. You're JJL. There is no other thing. Sorry, honey. It's a pretty messy drive right now as you're making your way northbound along the 405, right at the 101. Got a crash into the carpool and 2 left lanes shut down. So that's going to be a mess for your first thing as you're heading northbound on the 405 from before Ventura Boulevard and the southbound side of the 405. It's packed in tight for you right now, getting through the San Fernando Valley. From the Devonshire as you make your way toward the 101. I'm sure Jeff Ball will be taking a look at that real quick here. As you're making your way through the Pacoima area, 5 north transition to the westbound side of the 118 as the crash blocking lanes of the transition road, and that'll be heavy for you to come away from Van Nuys Boulevard. And ongoing problems for you in Baldwin Park. Westbound side up to 10, transition to the 605 south. That's the crash blocking the right lane of the connecting roadway, and you will definitely see a rough ride heading westbound on the 10 from well before Burlington. Applying for the 60 westbound, busy. It'll be helpful to see a little quicker. You'll see those trails from the Montana for the 605. KFI and the Sky helps get to that faster. I'm Nick O'Keefe.
This report is sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross.
Anthem Blue Cross and Heart of America are helping schools across the country increase their access to healthy food. Learn more at anthem.com/ca/start. Anthem Blue Cross is the trade name of Blue Cross of California.
Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit is dead after collapsing on a racetrack in Southern California. Hall of Fame trainer Bob Baffert said the colt died from a heart attack. The Chargers placed Keenan Allen on the COVID-19 list. LA's leading receiver can return to the team if he tests negative 24 hours apart. And the Patriots ran over the Bills on Monday Night Football. New England only tried 3 passing attempts during a windy night in New York. I'm Steve Norton. The second annual Smith Charity Drive is here in honor of Naya Rivera, raising money for Alexandria House that gives supportive housing for women and children from December 3rd to 17th. Closing out with a blue live stream event. Go to GoFundMe.com/SnickSmith2 to donate. That's SnickSmith with 2 X's.
If you have a small business, you know having efficient equipment is essential. SoCal Gas is here to help with small business rebates on qualifying energy-saving natural gas equipment. Save up to $1,000 on tankless hot water heaters, commercial fryers, and more. They're committed to helping you meet and exceed the challenges of being a small business owner. Not only will your small business save by using these rebates, but having energy-efficient equipment could stack up savings for years to come. See how they can help by visiting SoCalGas.com/business rebates.
Gary, you love your SolarMax technology panels so much you gave them names.
Well, I don't like to brag, but you did get the honor of sharing a name with one of my solar panels.
Oh.
You lucky. Listen, since I switched to SolarMax technology, I can keep the lights on as much as I want, run all the appliances, have all the computers, the cell phones charged, because with SolarMax, my electricity has been practically free.
SolarMax is local right here in Southern California. They have the best products and the best service going.
Right. SolarMax does everything themselves here in Southern California. Exceptional quality control is the result of that. And there's no middleman. You're going to save with even no upfront cost also. They have the newest and most innovative Tesla products like the Tesla 420 solar panels and the Tesla Powerwall.
Right now, pay $0 down for that Tesla package and $79.96 per month with a 1.99% APR.
Dial pound 250 from your cell phone. Say the keyword SolarMax. Pound 250, keyword SolarMax by December 31st for this great offer. Monthly sales available on True Credit CSLB number 1920.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents. And Doug.
Don't you just love the smell of old books? This is the library. Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need. I don't think we carry that, but it's nice to... Okay, Lily Doug's Devour Literature. Please, please. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated, and divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone, but you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's California area attorneys. 1455 Crazy Road, Suite 500, San Diego, California, 92101. CordellCordell.com.
To all the parents out there with a teen approaching their 16th birthday, there's not much we can do to help calm the anxiety you may be feeling, but we can help you make their new driver's license a real ID. Starting May 3rd, 2023, Californians will need a federally accepted form of identification, like a real ID, to fly within the United States, as well as access military bases and federal buildings. Save yourself and your new driver the hassle of upgrading later. See what documents are needed and start the application online at CaliforniaRealID.org today.
Tired of managing multiple vendors to protect your business? With a complete range of commercial fire and security solutions, Bay Alarm can protect it all with just one call. Go to bayalarm.com to get protected today.
ACO 28CCL880138. If you own a business and manage to keep 5 or more people on the payroll through the pandemic, there's a new government program that will pay you tens of thousands of dollars per employee. And this is not a loan. This is a grant. The challenge is getting your hands on this money. This is a bureaucracy. InnovationRefunds.com cuts through the red tape, helps you get the cash. They do all of the legwork. They don't charge a penny until you receive the money, and what they do is simply share a percentage of the money they get for you. They got my business a 6-figure refund. Now, their average client gets $250,000. That's impressive. Go to InnovationRefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, answer a few questions. InnovationRefunds.com. It's no risk, and it certainly is high reward. InnovationRefunds.com. They help me. I'm sure they can help you. InnovationRefunds.com.
42 million Americans struggle with hunger, yet 35% of the food in this country is wasted. Those aren't just numbers. They're our neighbors, your daughter's friends from school, the family of 4 next door. The Kroger Company's Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation is committed to making fresh food accessible to all by ensuring it never goes to waste. Together, we can help end hunger. Learn more at ZeroHungerZeroWasteFoundation.org.
Portions of the following program will be recorded.
KFI AM 640 Live and everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This is your wake-up call. Let's say good morning now to ABC's Aaron Katursky. Man, it was a shock from Mayor de Blasio yesterday for a lot of, business owners when he said everybody who works in the corner deli to the big Wall Street banks, y'all got to get your vaccination. And when he said, I don't think there's going to be much opposition, I'm paraphrasing here, I thought, wait, what? Are you serious?
There's certainly some opposition, and a lot of it from the private sector, which was caught something off guard. Not that they're anti-vaccine. I think that most businesses, I know when I work for, you got to have to be vaccinated in order to come into the office. But mandating it seems to be another story. Like, how's it going to be enforced? The police department said they are not going to be involved in this, and the mayor was a little scant on details because this takes effect 4 days before he leaves office. So it seems like he's just going to kick it to the next guy, and we'll see what the city ultimately decides. But the idea behind it is that more people vaccinated is better, that vaccines work, that vaccine mandates work, and that's been a mantra for months now.
Okay, when it comes to, though, the enforcement of it, I know that it's kind of like in LA when you go into a restaurant or something like that, you have to show your vaccination card. But when it comes to, if the cops say that they won't enforce it, then a business is going to be required to enforce it, and will they face fines like you will here in California if you don't enforce things?
Well, I mean, it's potentially, but how that's going to actually work practically isn't really clear. I think, well, there's probably some politics behind this, but the idea from the mayor was that the public sector has already endured this, and first it was healthcare workers, then it was, teachers and public school employees and all municipal employees, and now it's time for the private sector to step up and do their part.
All right, Aaron, thank you for that. We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay.
See ya. And don't forget, the courts already had stopped the federal mandate for private workers to show proof of vaccination. So now I guess they'll have to decide it locally as well. This is KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles. Jeff Baugh, good morning to you. Let's start out with that drive on the 405. Hello, Mr. Jeff Baugh. Nope. Having a little trouble connecting with Jeff. How about this? Let's go to commercial, and then we'll come back. Hopefully we can connect with Jeff by then.
You've heard the phrase 1 in a million, right? What about 1 in 500? This is Leland Smith from Service Champions Plumbing, Heating, and AC, and it takes us about 500 candidates to find that one outstanding technician. With hiring, the first thing we do is make sure they're friendly. Then they have to pass a background check and a drug test. Next, we test for the right skills and work ethics. And finally, we put them through a rigorous 14-week training course to learn the Service Champions way. In the end, we go through about 500 candidates to find that one outstanding technician. So when you open your door to a friendly, smiling Service Champions technician, you know you're looking at the best of the best. Call Service Champions today to schedule an $88 furnace precision tune-up. Our number is 833-777-7777, or find us online at servicechampions.com. Service Champions Plumbing, Heating, AC, and good for free.
It's time to meet again. Turkish Airlines Fly Festival has begun. Book your flight with Turkish Airlines between November 27th and December 12th and experience ultimate comfort, flying to the most exciting destinations with very special prices. Terms and conditions apply. To learn more about our travel standards, visit TurkishAirlines.com.
Let's get back to Jeff Baugh now. Take a look at that 405. Morning, Jeff. Oh, no. It's going to be one of those mornings. Sign of things to come. All right, well, I can give you your forecast, though, and it's got showers in it. Isn't that nice to hear? Showers in your forecast through the rest of this morning, and then later this afternoon, it'll taper off into tomorrow, but we've got a larger storm coming back in on Thursday. Highs today still very mild like yesterday, so we'll be in the upper 50s to low 60s at the beaches, just the upper 60s for Metro LA and OC, mid-70s for the valleys and the IE. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This has been your wake-up call. Handel on the news starts now.
Handel on the news. Handel on the news. And now, here's Bill Handel.
Good morning. Bill Handel here on a Tuesday, December 7th. Yes, Pearl Harbor Day. One of the 3 days that I commemorate. And that is, of course, Pearl Harbor Day. And then we have the dropping of the atomic bomb in Hiroshima, August 6th, Nagasaki, August 9th. And strangely enough, all involving Japan. One, they got us. 2, don't screw with America. That's good. And I'm going, later on, I'm going to give you a backstory of Pearl Harbor, how it all started. And by the way, it wasn't just 1941, December 7th, 1945 is when the war ended, but it goes back to 1931. And it was almost virtually guaranteed that Japan would attack. And a lot of people knew it. That is coming up at 9 a.m. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning. Yes.
And by the way, if people want to commemorate the anniversary of the attack, there's a free event in Norco today starting at 10 o'clock. They'll have 21 guns for read, patriotic music, all kinds of stuff. They say recollections from then President Roosevelt. So, that's cool.
All right, and 9 o'clock, I'm also going to tell you about the Jewish connection to Pearl Harbor. Connection.
All the time, that's why I just think it's involved one day.
And so, good morning to Alex.
I'll try that again.
I'm giving you the dirty eye.
Oh, okay, excellent. And Tyler, good morning. Good morning, Bill. No dirty eye for me. Okay, no, we'll see. What if I always, connect Jews to everything? Because I get a pass on making fun of Jews. And by the way, that's a secret. There are certain groups, all the groups I can no longer attack. Off the table. And it used to be everybody I made fun of, but there's only one group left. So that's why I go for it. Constantly. Every day. Every night. There's a rock there to make fun of.